What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We finally returned to Canon 21's story, and in this episode, we explore a bit of a twist in the events of the GOKU Black saga. What do I mean by that? Well, by the screen you see and the thumbnail as well, just know that you're in for a great episode. If you guys need a recap, check out the card on the top of the screen to check out the full playlist of the story so far. Now, after a long hiatus, let's continue this story. In the future, Trunks would fight off Goku, Vegeta, and a Krillin? GOKU Black would soon enough arrive through the smoke, with Trunks being angered, saying it's very pathetic to rely on clones. Clones? What are clones doing here, you may be asking? Well, years after stopping Future Bobbity, Trunks would have to fight his own Android 21 with the help of Future 16, just like the present timeline. Trunks and 16 would stop the waves, but in this timeline, 21 would become fully evil and lose control to her hunger. She would even go as far as mercilessly killing Future 16. GOKU Black would arrive and then go on to create an alliance with Future 21 and utilize her clones for the Zero Mortal plan. The reason why he'd ally himself would be kept a secret, and Android 21 would know this. The clones would be disastrous for the Resistance, but soon enough, Future Bulma would finally finish the time machine. Unfortunately, Future Bulma would still sacrifice herself, but the face of her killer would be Evil 21 personally. Evil 21 would smirk, looking towards Trunks, saying that there can't be two mad scientists running Earth, can there? In the present timeline, our 21 would have been able to find little Hito and would bring him back to Capsule Corp. Hito would be very isolated and closed off to everyone, but whenever 21 would be experimenting or helping Bulma, he would watch and even give some tips. When Future Trunks arrives, 21 would heal Trunks. Goku would still be around on Earth this time, mainly because his body would still be recovering from the overuse of Blue Kaioken against Hit. Trunks would attack 21 once he'd awaken and would catch Goku by surprise. Since Goku was still recovering, his reflexes wouldn't be as fast, and he would still get hit by Trunks. Trunks would then power up into Super Saiyan, telling Goku and 21 he's going to end them here and now, with Hito jumping in fear from this and running over to protect 21. Trunks would see this and look confused, but then would get slapped by Bulma. Trunks would then calm down and apologize for scaring Hito. Trunks would then explain the threat of Black and Evil 21, and at that moment, the counterparts would arrive. 21 would be horrified to see her future self, asking herself, is this what I would have become? Evil 21 would smirk, as she would see her counterpart's horrified face. After a battle and first interactions, the time rings would send GOKU Black and Evil 21 back to the future, with GOKU Black destroying the time machine. After returning to the future, Evil 21 heals GOKU Black's wounds, which results in him getting a Zenkai boost. After realizing this, he asks Evil 21 to explain the source of his increased power. Evil 21 teases GOKU Black, claiming she has no idea, but he would order her to stop fooling around. She then explains that her research on Saiyans show that they become stronger after intense battles. Realizing the potential, GOKU Black comes up with a plan for them to train and become stronger than their counterparts. With devilish smirks, they embark on their grueling training. Back in the present timeline, Trunks planned to train while his mother rebuilt an old time machine. He asked Goku about Vegeta's whereabouts, and Goku mentioned that Vegeta has been training with Beerus for quite some time now. 21 would then go to recruit Vegeta, while Goku went to investigate the time rings with Whis. Upon arriving at Beerus' planet, 21 witnessed Beerus standing over a beaten and bloodied Vegeta in base form. Beerus would order Vegeta to get up, with Vegeta bursting into Super Saiyan Blue and landing a powerful punch on Beerus, causing a shockwave that pushes 21 back. However, Beerus would retaliate by grabbing onto Vegeta's face and smashing it into the ground. 21 was astonished to see how much stronger Vegeta had become. Even though he was getting beaten, he has gotten much stronger. When Vegeta noticed 21, he asked her sternly why she was there. She'd explain Future Trunks' situation involving GOKU Black and Evil 21, and note that his power readings were significantly higher than they last met. and would ask for Vegeta's help against Goku Black. Vegeta would scoff, saying he's not going, and that Trunks needs to deal with his problems for a change. 21 would be shocked, saying that Trunks is his son, and up against a threat that he cannot deal with by himself, with Vegeta saying that his son should understand that he needs to deal with this himself. 21 would be angered to hear this, saying that without Trunks interfering in their world, they'd be just like his. Vegeta would be dead, Trunks would have to live on his own without his father, and Bulma would be placing all her hope in her son, not Vegeta. Vegeta would tell her to shut her mouth, saying that if Trunks forgot his teachings, then there was no use in helping him. Vegeta would say unless she wants to fight, then to leave him to his training. 21 would be upset by this, but would back off, as she would see herself out. Before she teleports to Earth, she would tell Vegeta not to lose his humanity, in this drive to become the strongest. His family still needs him. She would then teleport back to Earth, as her words would resonate within Vegeta. Back with Trunks, he would visit Gohan and notice he's stronger than last time. Gohan would explain that after the Cell Games, he slacked off and suffered the consequences for that. Now, he dedicates himself to not only his job and family, but also to protecting them by training. 21 would return and go to Gohan asking for help after Vegeta had declined. Trunks would be surprised to hear this, with Gohan accepting to join. Goku would want to go, but 21 would tell him he shouldn't, because his body still needs rest, and if he risked it, he could be fatally injured. Goku would say he felt fine going Super Saiyan, but 21 would say, when your body is progressing to higher levels of power, the strain will affect your body more. Super Saiyan may be fine, but God powers are a risk that isn't worth it. Goku would sigh and say, okay, as he would wave the group off and begin some image training. 21, Gohan, and Trunks would head back to the future and confront the villains. Black would be angered and would ask where his counterpart Goku is. He wished to have a nice appetizer before killing them. Evil 21 would laugh, saying he cowered away, with Goku Black then immediately bursting into Super Saiyan Rose. 21 and the group would be stunned to see this, with 21 analyzing Goku Black and reading the power of a Super Saiyan God and the power of the Kais. How strange. 21 would tell Gohan to be careful with Black and remember, he's not his father. Gohan would nod and would burst into Super Saiyan 2 and charge for Black alongside Trunks. During the battle between Good 21 and Evil 21, Evil 21 would say she was disappointed and would ask where's the monster that resides in her. She threw away her true power and because of that, she was a waste. So just have to eat her. She would then lick her lips as she would fire a candy beam towards 21, with 21 deflecting it away. 21 would then look over to see Trunks and Gohan struggling as Zamasu would enter the fray. Evil 21 would laugh menacingly as she would burst out her aura and charge forward as she would unleash her own excellent full course. 21 would be slashed apart with the expectation to regenerate, but she couldn't. Evil 21's power must have stopped her regeneration. 21 would then look on shocked to see her wounds to be dripping with her own blood. Before she could question it, Evil 21 would catch her with a candy beam. 21 would become a cookie, and Evil 21 would catch her past counterpart. Evil 21 would then grin looking at the cookie. She would think that if she absorbs her past self, she would be strong enough to kill Goku Black, absorb him, and Zamasu. Evil 21 would then put the 21 cookie over her and drop the cookie into her mouth. But before she can eat it, she is shot. She would drop the cookie, with Gohan jumping forward and catching Good 21. The villains would be annoyed, as Evil 21 would look down to see the rebels send the heroes back to the present. Bulma would find the group, with Gohan and Trunks being on the edge of death. Goku would then arrive and give the group senzu beans, saying he thought they may need one, but he didn't think it'd be this bad. After Reese would arrive and turn 21 to normal, Goku would be angered, saying that if he was at full power, he would be able to help them. Gohan would then mention that for some reason, there was a Kai that showed up at the end of the battle. We suggest that maybe they should go pay Zamasu another visit. 21 would go as well, and along the way, they'd pick up Beerus and Vegeta. Vegeta would be very annoyed that Trunks' issues are now involving Beerus, so he would join them. After erasing Zamasu, Beerus would say that he is tired of training and that they should have a well-made meal on Earth. During dinner, things would be very tense between the group and Vegeta, with Trunks bursting out and arguing with Vegeta. Bulma would go up and smack Vegeta behind the head, with Bulma saying that they haven't seen him for months, and all he's worried about is his son's strength. She would then tell Vegeta that he's going to help the future, and it's not a question. Vegeta would be a bit embarrassed and would sigh, as he would then go with the group back to the future. Once arriving in the future, Vegeta comes face to face with Goku Black. Goku Black would chuckle, asking if the second fiddle had come to play. Last time he checked, he was the most pathetic out of the three. Vegeta would then walk up to Goku Black, saying he has quite the sense of humor, and for that, he's going to beat him senseless. Vegeta would show off his full power, with his sheer aura pushing everyone back. Black would look shocked, but would smirk, saying Vegeta's more than an appetizer, with Vegeta smirking, saying he has no idea. Vegeta would then go in and begin to beat down Goku Black. Goku Black would try to use his Keyblade, but Vegeta would just grab it and shatter it, and in the process, he would break Goku Black's arm. Vegeta would scoff, saying he expected more, with Zamasu then jumping in. Evil 21 would look on angered, firing a candy beam towards Vegeta, but Trunks would deflect it. 21 would then fly towards Evil 21, telling Trunks and Gohan to make sure Vegeta doesn't have any trouble as she takes on her evil half. Evil 21 would go to slash 21 like she did before, but this time, 21 was prepared and would retaliate with her own energy blade. Evil 21 would gasp at the sheer pain and would look to see that now she was bleeding. Evil 21 would ask how, with 21 saying it's simple. Her dark energy cannot handle her own pure energy. Evil 21 would say it goes the same way for 21, with 21 agreeing, but saying, let's see who burns out first. Evil 21 would then create her own Keyblades and charge forward, with the two slashing at each other. The two would continue to clash, with Evil 21 being pushed back by 21 now. I know I'm saying 21 a lot. I know it's a lot. Goku Black would be having a hard time, as Vegeta would be relentlessly being able to beat him down. Goku Black would be getting outraged, asking Vegeta how has he gotten so much stronger, with Vegeta saying that he's decided that he's done being the weakest and trained with his God of Destruction to become stronger. Zamasu would see Goku Black on the edge of death and would tell his counterpart that they cannot play around anymore. Goku Black would agree, but Vegeta wouldn't allow the two to fuse. He would use his Hakai to erase their earrings, with Goku Black and Zamasu looking on enraged. Vegeta would fly over to Goku Black and would prepare to erase him as well, until Goku Black would have enough and would burst his energy out. Vegeta would get pushed back by this burst of energy, with Goku Black's aura rising into the sky. Goku Black would shout to Vegeta, saying that if he will utilize rage to stop him, then he will too. Goku Black would continue powering up, with his aura then bursting out with an electric dark glow. Thanks to his training with Evil 21, in this story, Goku Black's awakened rage wouldn't just create a scythe, but also something more evolved. Zamasu would revel in glory, with him seeing Goku Black reveal true divinity, with him calling this new power Royal Rose. Goku Black would thank Evil 21, saying he couldn't have gotten this power by himself, but now that he has no further use of her. Evil 21 would grind her teeth as she would scream at Goku Black and rush forward with energy blades to stab him, but Goku Black would summon a blazing Keyblade where he would split Evil 21 in half. 21 would then watch her evil counterpart slowly fall and would see that Evil 21's eyes would return to normal, just like hers. In that moment, 21 would call out to her evil self as she would watch Evil 21 hit the ground. Seeing her counterpart in such a bad state, 21 would then look over in rage as she would dash forward and clash with Black. She would unleash her full power and utilize all her techniques to kill Goku Black, but he would smirk as he would slash her away. Gohan and Trunks would join her, with Goku Black creating two sides and slashing at them both, with them both getting put down. Vegeta would scoff, saying that this boost of power wouldn't save him. Vegeta would then charge forward and slug Goku Black across the face, and Goku Black would be angered by this and would fire a slice towards the air, which Vegeta would dodge. Vegeta would then look towards the sky to see many Goku Black clones appear with their own energy blades. Black would then smirk as he'd point to Vegeta, signaling the clones to fire attacks. The clones would then slash energy spears towards Vegeta, with Vegeta dodging and blasting them away. 21 would get up from the rubble, seeing everyone struggling, and she'd look down in disappointment. She thought she was so close to winning, but it was only the opposite. Could there be any way to win now? She would then look over to see Evil 21 down on the ground. She would rush over to her future counterpart, with Evil 21 being barely able to regenerate, as Goku Black's new power would have poisoned her. She would smirk, saying that she guessed she's at the end of the road. 21 would tell her that she could still heal her, with Evil 21 saying that if she wasn't able to heal herself, then Good 21 wouldn't be able to either. She would then grunt in pain, as she would tell her past self that the venom inside her hunger isn't a curse, but a gift to embrace her dark side. 21 would say even if she needed to resort to that power, it's completely gone from her. Evil 21 would say it may be gone in Good 21, but it's not gone in herself. 21 would ask her what she means, with Evil 21 saying, isn't it obvious? Absorb her. Become strong enough to kill Black and that damn mortal. 21 would ask why she should trust her, with Evil 21 smirking, saying that she really doesn't have a choice and just get on with it already. 21 would look over to see Gohan, Trunks, and Vegeta on their last legs, as she would look back and nod her head. She would place her hand on Evil 21's heart, with Evil 21 placing her hand on 21's heart, with a giant light then beaming into the sky. 21 would then open her eyes to find herself in a completely dark void. 21 would look around to then see a large dark cloud of a spirit almost. 21 would look confused, then scared, as the giant cloud of darkness would then beam bright red eyes and plunge itself into 21. A large aura would burst into the sky, with everyone looking over to see 21 in a new form. I call this form Hell Driver 21. But for simplicity, I'll call it Dark 21. Dark 21 would open her eyes with a cold-blooded look coming from her. Goku Black would look on confused, asking how. Vegeta would grit his teeth, but then smirk. 21 would then charge forward to Black in a savage state. Zamasu would tell Black to end the android now, with Black aiming his clones towards 21. They'd all fire blasts or attack 21, but 21 would burst right through them, with their essences being erased by just her touch. Goku Black would then swing his scythe towards 21, but 21 would only continue pushing forward. Trunks would ask what happened to 21, with Vegeta saying she must have absorbed her counterpart to gain this new power. Gohan would say that her dark energy has returned, with Vegeta saying this isn't the Evil 21 they've seen before. This is something different. Zamasu would jump in the way, saying she could not destroy an immortal. 21 would look on angered and would shove her hand through Zamasu, with Zamasu grunting in pain. While utilizing her dark energy, she would begin to pull Zamasu apart, with Zamasu asking what she's doing. She would then begin to roar out, as Zamasu would yell in pain, and his body would begin to fade away while being ripped apart. She would then rip Zamasu apart, with Zamasu fading away. 21 would then grab onto his face and throw him into the sky. She then replicates Goku Black's divine lasso on Goku Black himself. Goku Black looks on in pain as he would return back to base form to then watch as 21 clutches her head again and bursts out a gigantic mouth blast that incinerates Goku Black once and for all. The blast would have pushed everyone back, and Trunks would look up to see the sky shine with the sun coming out, as 21's blast would have been able to clear the sky. Trunks would then look over to thank 21, with 21 still clutching onto her head tightly, as it would look like she was close to losing control until she would collapse to the ground, as Vegeta would have chopped her neck. Vegeta would smirk, as everyone would laugh in unison. Everyone would return to the past, with 21 being in critical condition, so she would be placed into a healing pod. Bulma would say that absorbing her evil half must have taken a toll, and that now she will need time to heal. Hito would look at 21's pod and place his hand onto it, with 16 saying that she'll be okay, and not to worry. Goku and the others would be worried, but Trunks would be looking on in disappointment. 21 came to his timeline to save them all, but it cost her so much, just because he can do everything by himself like his father said. Vegeta would say it's not his fault, saying that he was wrong before, but Trunks would tell everyone that he can't just leave her like that. So, he will stay in the past to help his mother heal 21, with Hito and 16 being thankful. Gohan would ask Trunks about his timeline, with Trunks saying that he'll let them know that he'll be back, but until then, he's going to stay in the past. Vegeta would head straight back to Beerus' planet, planning to continue his pursuit of mastering destruction. Beerus would hear about the whole story about Dark 21, with Beerus asking how she was able to destroy an immortal. Only being such a Zeno could do such a thing. Whis would interject, saying that Dark 21 became much stronger, but she wasn't strong enough to erase an immortal. Beerus would be confused, with Vegeta saying that they found Zamasu regenerate, and Vegeta would plan to have Zamasu sealed away, thanks to Whis. Beerus would smirk, saying he's impressed. Maybe he can become a destroyer one day. But until then, back to training. Bulma would have Trunks, Hito, and Android 16 help out with 21's healing process, and soon enough, 21 would be able to be released. Trunks would be happy to see her back on her feet, but 21 would remember her new power going out of control, with Trunks asking if she feels her evil presence and her hunger. 21 would look at her hands and tell them that her evil half isn't there, but her good half isn't either. Bulma would look on confused, with 21 standing up and telling everyone that she remembers who she is. She remembers everything. Everyone would then look on shocked. Before she could explain anymore, Goku would arrive, saying he has some news and they may not like it. And with that, we end this part off right here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and if you guys enjoyed, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Now, real talk, this is totally not scripted. This was such a hard episode to put together. I don't know what it was with this story, but I just love the trajectory it's going. And I just love the passion that people see in it and how everyone just likes the story. So I wanted to make sure that for each and every episode, I go all out with it. So this one, it took me a while. It really did. I had to like change up my full format. I had a script already written, but then I didn't really enjoy it as much. And I knew that I don't know if others would enjoy it either. So I decided to make a lot of tweaks, edit in new plot lines, and really just have fun and be creative with it. And also at the same time explore 21's evolution in this story. This has honestly been one of my favorite stories. This is the first ever What If I actually wrote. And before I even started YouTube, I just wrote so many What If Dragon Ball stories. Just like so many, and I started with this one. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it's one of your favorite What Ifs. I hope it's one of your favorite What Ifs out of all the Dragon Ball What Ifers out there. I know it goes on to have some crazy points in there by creating a whole new form for Goku Black and Android 21, but that's the whole point of it. It's to be creative and really just to have fun. So, and at the same time, yes, to respect the rules of Dragon Ball and to really just have fun with it. I hope you guys enjoy what I'm doing here. And yeah. Now, going into the Tournament of Power, it looks like Goku may have slipped up a bit. And now, Android 21 is going to have to face a whole tournament where she doesn't even know where she is, and at the same time, she knows exactly who she is. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and enjoy. Or, later!